What is an incredible resume for consulting? And what are the 7 golden tips to write a fantastic consulting level resume? Hi, if you're new to my channel, then I am on a chai break. Whenever I'm on a chai break, I'm making really cool videos for all of you around management consulting, MBA, skills, and of course, travel in your 20s and in your early 30s. So feel free to hit on the subscribe and the notification button so that whenever I'm doing cheers with you on chai, sipping my chai, so that you get notified about all the interesting content. It's a well-demanded video. A lot of you had reached out to me to ask about, Shatakshi, what is a good consulting CV? And in this video, I am going to be sharing 5, 6, 7 hacks that you need to be using to write a very powerful CV. And in fact, I am going to be sharing my screen as we go through few of these step by step. And with that, let's get started. I'm going to be peeping into my laptop time and again so that I do not miss out on any of the interesting points that I have already taken notes for all of you. So first thing first, we need to understand that jobs of today do not just come from applying on online portal. If you have a referral, if your CV can be reviewed by your peers, then that will have a very higher chances for you to get a selection or for you to get invited for an interview. People most of the time do this really shoddy mistake of just putting so many applications or so many uploading their resume on the portal. I'm sorry to break the myth for you or burst the myth for you. Jobs do not get acquired like that. That's point number 1. And point number 2 of very good quality CV is not just you writing things on a piece of paper. A very good quality CV comes when it goes through a lot of iteration, and those iteration comes when you go through a lot of feedback. So for example, when I was an ISP MBA, I reached out to a lot of Mckinsey and BCG friends who were already working there, and they gave me their own set of feedback. In fact, at my education venture, that is the kind of feedback culture that we have whenever we conduct a CV and case interview prep masterclass. But of course, on my YouTube channel, I'm giving already a lot of information absolutely free of cost for you. So what happened to my soul? Time to grab some chai. So with that, let's get started. So the first one is structure, and we will also have my screen share somewhere here. So a good quality CV has very neat, clean structures, and somewhere on my screen, we will have the screen share mode. So you see ACADS, you see professional experience here, you see entrepreneurial experience, and you see other achievements there. So as you can see very neatly, all of the sections are written. There is an ACADS section, there is an experience section, there is an entrepreneurial section, and then there is an other achievements and interest section. It allows someone to very neatly grasp your CV. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is start your sentences with impact first. Oh my, I see this mistake done by so many people who are applying for consulting roles. Consultants are obsessed with impact. That means they are looking to hear for impact work in your CV already. Let me give you some examples from the screen share that I'm talking about. Do you see this sentence? Digitize 34 ministries by leading a change management to expedite PM's mission mode project of e-office. I'm not starting my sentence with effort or what kind of work did I do. I'm starting with the end objective or end outcome. Another sentence or another example of impact first. Achieved 40% reduction of PM's portal grievances across 40 central ministries to increase good governance. I'm not talking about the root cause analysis I did. I'm not talking about the benchmarking and so many stakeholder interviews we did. I'm starting my sentence with impact first. And that's why all consulting CVs are impact focused. You have to start your sentence with impact. That's the second golden rule of writing consulting CVs. The third golden rule of writing consulting CVs is consulting firms are looking for people with passion and leadership. That means that they're looking for examples on your CV through which they can find people who are initiative takers, so that they do not, if in case you are hired by the organization, people are not running after you to get the work done. That means that if your CV would have sentences such as let me give you another example. Single-handedly conducted competitive analysis for a solar energy giant entering rural Indian market with $10 million INR investment. So you see how I have used examples such as single-handedly, used terms or verbs such as initiated or led a team of. So for example, here I'm talking about how I was promoted. I was a National Young Achiever Award for Nation Building and only associate to receive fast track promotion to manager. That means that I'm giving hints here and there, which qualifies as the third golden rule for a good consulting CV, which is around leadership, which makes us talk about the fourth golden rule of a consulting CV. It is said that if you have less than decade of experience, then your CV should not exceed more than 1 page. Today, I have 10 years of experience, including my current entrepreneurial experience, and I still have 1 page CV. The CV that I'm showing to you right now is not an updated one. It is what I had submitted for my international affairs experience role in Dubai. But coming back, you have no choice but to make sure for consulting CVs, you need to concise the information altogether to have 1 page CV. So that's the fourth golden rule to make a good quality consulting CV. The fifth golden rule for consulting CVs is hate it or you love it, brands are important. So if you have worked with Deutsche Bank, if you have worked with Goldman Sachs, if you're from IIT Delhi, you are going to have an advantage. But if you have not worked with them, if you have worked with entrepreneurs who come from Mckinsey, BCG pedigree, if you have worked with leaders who come from such pedigreed background, then you can quote their names that work with the chairman of work with the ex-chairman of McKinsey and company, or work with the CEO of an organization, etc. So if you do not have the brand names, you have to eventually associate yourself with people who are having those brand names. So, and there are multiple ways to be creative about it, but hate it or you love it, McKinsey, BCG, Bain, Carney, Oliver Wyman, and the topmost premium consulting firms are all about having good pedigree backgrounds, and you have to showcase them one way or the other. So that's the fifth golden rule for you to make a good quality consulting CV. The sixth golden rule is tailoring CV for each and every job application. If you're applying for, let's say, BCG public sector role, for a consulting role, and you're applying for, let's say, HR consulting, which is Aon, Hewitt and Mercer, then you need to make sure that both of your CVs are tailor-made. In one case, you will want to highlight more of your public sector and public policy governance experience if you have, which is the BCG public sector role. But if in case you have already had HR experience and if you're applying for HR consulting, then your CV should have more pointers around HR. So please make sure that you're not having one CV for all kind of roles, but if you're having tailor-made CVs for different kind of roles if you're applying for. Which brings us towards the last hack, which is the bare minimum hygiene. But oh my, I've seen so many people falling short on it, which is that make sure that your CV is good on the eyes, is aesthetically pleasing, and does not have errors. It should not have grammar errors. It should not have typo errors. There are so many extensions out there. Make sure you have those free extensions. So those are the 7 golden hacks for you to make a consulting CV. Like I said, you need to make sure that your CV goes through a lot of iteration. What misses your eyes will be caught by someone else. And I've always maintained, if you need more help to get into management consulting, public policy and product management, feel free to check out my education venture, globalgovernance-initiative.organization.org. And amongst the 10 deliveries that we give to our scholars and fellows, which include employment partnerships with consulting organization, live and interactive masterclasses, and of course networking partnerships, there is a component called buddy ecosystem, where you mapped with a buddy with a new person from diverse cohort after every 3 weeks. And GGINs leverage these buddies to get live and interactive feedback on their consulting style cases, and of course their CVs and their cover letters as well. And if you like this video, which is absolutely free of cost initiative and a pro bono initiative by me, then feel free to hit on the like button and share it with your friends so that they get to know about all the cool things that I'm bringing out for all of you whenever I'm on a chai break. Let me do the sip. And you should do yours, and I'll see you very much soon. Ciao.